Hail Internet, it's Paul, it's Matt, the Dork Lords. We are here today talking about the Lazarus Project.
Yay!
Oh yeah, it's back, Season 2, Episode 1. Alright, we open where we ended the Season 1 finale. And if you're wondering, yes, you do need to watch Season 1 before watching Season 2. Though we do get a very complicated previously on to catch you up. But if you had no idea what's happening beforehand, I'm not sure that the previously on would help you at all. So yeah, this is a watch it show, yeah, for sure. All right, our team is trapped in an ever-repeating 3-week loop, and unlike most of the world, our cast remembers the events of each loop, so they're stuck in an endless hell. But at the end of Season 1, George, in an act of desperation, offered Sarah, his ex, the serum that would retain her memories. It seemingly has the desired effect. She's now on board. Shiv convinces George to return to the Lazarus Project and tell Wes everything, all of his terrible deeds, of which there are many. He does so. Wes fires him, does not arrest him, but fires him, and hires Sarah. We end with a flashback to 2012. A scientist, Dr. Gray, is giving a lecture on time travel. She seems to be the person who influenced the scientists who created the time loop in the present. Notably, back in 2012, a younger Wes is seen attending the lecture. George has spotted Wes in the footage and is now wondering whether he can trust her, which is funny.
Yeah.
Considering Wes states in this episode she does not trust George for good reason. But yeah, so anyway, we also get a shot of Janet. It looks like it's present-day Janet. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it's present-day Janet transported back to 2012, meeting with Dr. Gray and the other scientists. In the present, Wes opens her desk drawer to reveal a copy of Dr. Gray's book on time travel.
Yes.
So there you go.
There you go.
That's it. Simple. So Paul.
Yes.
What'd you think of Season 2, Episode 1?
I enjoyed it. I'd give it 8.5, 9 even. I'm just really impressed with the job that they're doing. They could have resolved that issue midway in the first, episode.
You say the 3-week loop is what you're talking about?
Yeah, because they began it last season.
Yep.
So you might think that they might not have might figure, maybe the audience is done with that, or, we need to return to the status quo. But no, that's really something that they're trying to plumb. So,
I would guess, in fact, that they're not going to solve this problem for a while.
Yeah.
It's not like next episode they solve it. I don't think that's happening.
No, there's so much involved.
Yeah.
It's like the stuff in the past, and what's going on with that and what they're attempting to do. And so, one thing they were clear about is that it's not like it's a decaying loop. It's something that's stable in that it's 3 weeks and it could go on for eternity. So they don't suggest that there's, any need to do something drastic or anything. So,
and what it does is, by being as dramatic a problem as it is, the Earth will just never evolve. It gives the show, the characters in the show, permission to bring George back in. Because if there wasn't a crisis level event like that, I would see no reason to trust this guy ever again. I'd be like, no, go away, or I'll kill you. So it actually works really well for that. I'd be like, okay, I get it. They need all hands on deck, and he remembers the past. So sure, and bring the terrible guy in. Got it.
Well, there's a funny bit of shorthand that's going on where you might be like, wait, why are they doing this? Which is like, hey, if you get the serum, you're in. You know, it's like that's the requirement. It's like it doesn't matter what you're doing in your life. Oh, school teachers, software programmer, you got the serum,
exactly.
you're in.
Sarah has zero experience in espionage at all. We see now she's got these 3 weeks on a repeating loop. She's got time to train at shooting.
Yeah.
She's got time to train up. But it's just like you had the serum, great, you're in. Good.
Although she doesn't really go on a mission until at least 7 months in because George establishes for Wes, okay, you did 10 go-arounds in order to get this information.
Oh, good call.
So she said that was 7 months. So it's been at least 7 months of her shooting a gun.
Yep. No, exactly. It's not a couple of days. Yeah. But she has zero experience coming in. Is kind of
yes.
Which kind of like George.
George was the same way.
Yeah.
So and I like how it's like you could argue that the information that he gets that one scientist is dead that George finds out is okay, well, what was the point of that? But it does show how difficult it is, and it was a fun sequence to have him slowly learn. But it did point out to me that it's like they must have much less serum in this group because there's a whole bunch of people they should give the serum to so that they can't be caught.
Great points, actually. You're exactly right. They're always doing the exact same thing. It did occur to me, though, I'm like, okay, cool, you know his fighting style, and you know he's going to do the thing, and so this time you'll duck. But couldn't you also be like, he's going to try to fight me physically. Maybe I'll bring a taser, or maybe, you know what I mean? Like, find a way to just stop the fight altogether. But I get it. It looked cool because he's like, we see the same thing, but this time he's better. I get that. Yeah. It looked cool. It did.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted him to do the same thing he did with the gamer.
Yeah,
just
right,
shoot him.
Right.
Like, give me the information.
It's, there's a lot of layers in this thing. It is very plot heavy, but it also is a character-driven show, so it's an interesting combo of the two. But, it's high concept. So we've got this info about Wes, and I don't think it should be ignored.
Sure, of course
she's
not.
been mysterious for the whole time.
Yes.
So I think there's reason to not trust her.
Oh, of course.
I feel like she's anyway, I think she's got an agenda that probably doesn't match up with the Lazarus Project at this moment. Is probably my thought. Also, because we are going back to the past, and I think we've seen Janet already back there, and as you pointed out in the trailer, we have a shot where we see two Reberovs. We're going to see past versions of our heroes here. So we're going to have past George, future George, past Sarah, future Sarah, and all this. So, and it won't, there's no point to it unless you have them on opposite sides of an issue, right? If they're all in agreement, who cares?
Well, I guess.
So they're not going to be in agreement.
That could be, I guess. So,
now, here's another thing. I don't think, well, who knows? I don't know if it'll go this far this season because I don't think 2012 is early enough. But at some point, I don't know, just theory time. But I think maybe the Lazarus Project will somehow go back in time far enough to give Shiv and George the time awareness gene, because they're the only two people I think we know of, maybe there's others, but that didn't need a serum. They just had this awareness somehow. And they seem to be key players in all this. So I'm just wondering if maybe somebody seeded that with foreknowledge, went back in time and did a thing. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, here's a question I've got, and I guess I understand the answer, but there's a few little intricacies about it. Every time they go back to the 3-week loop, George goes out, calls the neighbor, saves Shiv's life, and then he murders the neighbor.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. When the first time I saw it, I thought when Shiv shot him, that
so
it was
Shiv
an accident.
shot him first, right? Yeah.
I thought it was an accident. Like, oh, I'm just. But no, he did that deliberately.
Actually, you know what I thought the first time? The very first time, because I didn't see Shiv even do the shooting. I thought, oh, did he commit suicide? Was he like just so distraught over this? But no.
Why am I a nurse?
Oh my God! I can't. Oh, my neighbor's a murderer. Anyway, no, but yeah. Shiv kills him first, and then from then on, it's a series of George shooting him in the back and like
shooting him in the head.
Couldn't you do? I don't know. I mean, I get it. It would take time to arrest him or have the Lazarus Project come get him.
It's something that I would appreciate hearing some justification for.
Because you only need to deal with him for 3 weeks. Like, would it be?
Well,
it would probably
ultimately,
be worth it to me, like as a person, so that I don't have to kill my neighbor. To be like, I only have to deal with this for 3. I have to shut him up for 3 weeks.
Right, but we haven't said why, and I still don't think actually there is a good reason to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the only reason would be because he's gonna get George arrested, or he's gonna talk to the cops. The cops will come in. Oh, there's gonna be questions, and we can't afford to deal with that while we're trying to save the day.
Yeah, he's not aware of anything in his experience of anything that's other than that death.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like take him into custody. I don't know. It would be better than blowing him away.
So I think they're setting us up, for something else to happen with him later, where George is going to decide not to kill him because.
Now that is very important because I feel like that conversation he has with Sarah. Now maybe it comes up with the neighbor, but I think it comes up in some other context. So George is like, "Yeah, just shoot him in the back," and she's like, "Well, why don't you just turn around and shoot him in the front?" And he's like, "Well, I don't do it." And she goes, "You know the reason why? Because you don't want to see him be afraid and fear for his life, and then have to shoot him face to face."
So I feel like a way around it would be for George to talk to Sarah to say, hey, after you shoot, once you're done shooting yourself up, because I guess it's probably she'll gets the consciousness after that. Yeah. Take the rest of it, bring it with you, and then I'll shoot George up.
Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah.
And so then it's like, after the thing, it's like, I'm not going to save him because then you're going to shoot me. It's like, okay.
But I feel like what we're leading to then is some moments in this season where George is going to have to shoot someone from the front. He's going to have to decide to or not to. He'll have the choice. Oh, this person's afraid, and I might have to shoot. I'm going to have to shoot him. Can I do it? I mean, I know he's already done it, but maybe that's the point. He did it so many times with Shiv that maybe he's like, I can't do this anymore. It like scars me to do it. So I just feel like that moment's coming where he's got to shoot an unarmed person.
I think a better reason might be compassion for him, the person he's killing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. So a person
rather than just the guilt of doing it.
Maybe it's like oh my God. Maybe it's killing his younger self. I don't know. It's like, but anyway, whatever it is.
I mean, I just think that that's the natural solution would be to say it's not the right thing to do because this person just helped us out.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't kill him. And so
it's just weird how they're that's the default.
Yeah, they haven't put
they're
any.
Just like, no, shoot him.
I can't think of. Maybe I've missed it. Anybody who watched it in the first season of a situation like this where they shot somebody who had some knowledge about what was going on because it doesn't make I don't remember anything like that happening in the first season.
Yeah.
So,
it came off as like violently unnecessary. Like, geez, boy.
Yeah.
Just because the guy's helping you save your friend's life, you're gonna be like, okay, I can't, gotta kill him. Anyway, it was just shocking. It was kind of shocking. I was like, geez.
Right. Yeah.
This guy is your neighbor who's freaking helping you out. Anyway, so I just feel like they're leading into a point where George is gonna have to shoot somebody. You're right that he probably knows and is unarmed, and he's gonna have to make a choice to shoot the person.
I don't know. I feel like his storyline is only really applicable to this guy. He's already killed so many other people.
I know it's true. He has.
So really, it's just
it was
somebody
just weird
he knows
how that conversation came out. Like,
right?
That seems to be a foreshadowing conversation, but
Yeah, but I think it's just foreshadowing a different way that they're going to treat
that they're going to treat this guy.
Yeah, because the whole way that he sort of found out about him was after many loops. And then he saw him in the morning and was like, what?
Kind of fun, because you're right, that was awesome, though, in the first season when he's like, wait, you're a doctor? Jeez, what the hell? That was really good.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it would be great is if the added twist is, and he can help you in some other way.
Yes.
And you keep shooting him too early.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's more like it. Is that
I like
they're it's like, wait a minute, if only you would have greater concern for the people around you and what they can offer. Again.
Now
it's like I'm a pilot too. Oh,
right, exactly.
You shouldn't be shooting or whatever.
I'm really good at hacking software. I don't know if you need that.
Really good at accountancy. I can fix those taxes that you're worried about.
I mean, I don't know if this will help, but I have a PhD in quantum physics. I don't know. Is that a thing? Do you need it?
Killed Reggie. I didn't even know him many times.
I think they've done a good job of constructing the show where even though George is at the center of it, it's not like the world revolves around George.
Yeah.
So,
and he is a terrible team player. I mean, again, because of the well done on the show, the crisis of the situation demands that they use him. But he is he cannot work with other people. He just can't. And he's always, I'm going to prove myself by being secretive and lying. Like, no, that's not how you do it. Anyway, I'm just saying. I'll just say, from personally, if he was on my team, I'd be like, I don't trust this guy at all. Like, go away, guy. You're just going to shoot me. Somebody does say that, like, no, you're not getting a gun. You'll just shoot me with it.
Yeah, Greta,
exactly.
Greta says that.
But anyway, no, it's fun because he is not he's not lawful good hero by any means. But yeah, it's cool. It's a good show. It's fun to watch.
Yep.
And they are growing. It is not a repeat of season 1.
Yeah.
This is they've moved on.
Yep.
And so
it feels good that they feel as if they're they had some time away, but they came back and it's strong and it's still good. So.
Yeah, and I mean, even the characters I'm really interested in Reberov. That guy and that character is really
he's
engaging.
Very good. Yeah,
and
that whole thing where he's like, hey, I'll do it. I'll go there and like I'm going to die, but it's not forever.
Right. So cool show. Looking forward to seeing where they go on this. And any other thoughts, good sir?
No, I think I got most of the points out that I wanted to talk about.
All right, we'll be back for episode 2. Thank you as always, Paul. Appreciate it, good sir.
No problem, Matt.
And we'll talk to everybody next time. Bye.
Bye.